Yeah, folks, today we're in Los Angeles and we're going to drive the Metrolink F125. So let's jump in and see what's what, shall we? Let's get the door open and climb up. And first thing I want to do is turn the alerter on, which is there. Okay, get that shut. And what about number boards? Yes, let's have the number lights on. Step lights on. Don't want front markers because they're red. Oh, you can put the rear markers on, why not? Alright, let's go and have a look at the in big chair. Let's get the brakes set. That one. That one. That one. Get that set for passenger. And let's get the window open. Because, you know, it's Los Angeles, it's hot. What about some headlights? They're already set to brighten aux. We need to turn our generator field on. That's kind of important. And what else have we got down here? Wipers, heaters, don't need any of that crap. Alright. How about putting the reverser in? There's a good plan. Let's get that into forward. Let's get the doors open. And let's get ready to go. We're loading up our passengers at the moment. We are in the forward direction. I think our train's pretty much ready to go, except that our brake pipe's not charged at all. So we should probably do something about that. So that's starting to charge up, so we'll just let that charge. I'll put the independent brake onto the locomotive, and I got a reward. Wow. Yeah, brake pipe's charging up nice and quick. It's time to lock the doors. It's probably still charging down the back of the train though. Wow, she gets quite a hefty charge on this one. 110 pounds in the brake pipe itself. Alright. Couple of big honks because Americans love being horny. Release the independent brakes. And we will give it a couple of notches because we're at passenger service, of course. Keep the bell on while we're running through the platform. As you can tell, she's pretty easy to drive. It's pretty easy on the eye. Got a green signal up there. We'll just bring our power back down a little now because we are in a low speed zone. Gotten to the end of the platform, so let's kill the bell. Cruise out here through the low speed zone. I'm going a little bit quick, 17 miles an hour. I should be doing 12. Naughty. Naughty, naughty. Mike's in a bad spot, isn't he? You can't see the 4. Let's fix that. Bit more, baby. There we go. Now you can see the 4. Now, coming up on the 25 mile zone now, there's our alerter going off. So let's just acknowledge that. Now, this train does not actually have ATS or PTC. It only has the alerter. So the other systems aren't active because they're not active in real life. I don't get to drive it all the way to Glendale because, you know, that will take a while. Actually, no, it probably won't really, will it? It's only about 7 minutes. Maybe we will. Why not? It's not too long for a video. That'll be fine. There's our alerter again. Wrong button, rail driver. Wrong button. Well, I shouldn't say wrong button, rail driver. Wrong button, me. Me. I did that. So we're just cruising along. Can we accelerate yet? No. Now we can. Alright, we're allowed up to the blistering speed of 25 miles an hour. She's a pretty easy train to drive. So we head out of the Los Angeles Union Station area. It's got quite no sounds on this one. She's a modern diesel, so she's pretty quiet. We're not supposed to be going this fast. We're already doing 34 miles an hour, so she's got the power that she needs. Nice reflective surfaces. So we cruise along the Los Angeles River, which is suitably dry. It should probably be called the Los Angeles Dust Track. Made famous by movies like Grease and various Terminator movies and lots of others. In one of the scenarios, you do actually get to play a part in a movie, which is kind of cool. Four honks for the Americans. Coming up to our 50-mile-an-hour area shortly. The train does have dynamic brakes, so you can use those as you desire to keep your speed down a little where you need to. It's time to speed up. So, true passenger fashion, notch 8. On the other end of this train, there's a Rotom Hyundai cab car, which we will drive in another video. There's our alerter again. I'm just pressing Q to silence that thing. If you don't silence it, it'll stop you. We've already gotten up to 50 mile an hour. We might use a little bit of air brake to slow down this time. Just because we can, just see how it's used. Just give it a bit of a minimum application. And our speed is coming back down nicely, so we'll release that now. Cruise along past the maintenance facility. So, as you can tell, being an average commuter train, there's not an awful lot to it. It's not dissimilar to the freight locomotives that you will experience on the American routes, but it's a little bit quicker because its train's not very heavy. And it's a little bit friendlier to drive, again, because the train's not very heavy. So we're about 4 miles out of Glendale now. 4 minutes out of Glendale, I should say. Starting to cruise up in the hills, so we're utilising... You notice I don't have the big HUD on, we've got just the minimal version. So up in the top there I've got my speed limit, and it tells me when I'm speeding, and we've got the gradient, we've got how far we are away from the stop. Now with normal trains like this one, the how far you are away from the stop actually works really well, because when the barber pole starts to light up, you know it's time to start braking. You might want to know your route a little bit better with the high-speed stuff, though, because if you're doing, 150, 200, good luck to you stopping in the time frame between the barber pole lights up and actually getting to the next spot. So, if you're like me and you'd like that to last a little bit longer, submit your feedback via the forums. Going just a little fast here. No one will know, it's alright. Don't worry about it. We're in the 60 zone now. Back into notch 8 just to get 10 mile an hour. You'd do that, wouldn't you? Surely. Surely you would. We're heading up to a zone with the maximum line speed, not too far away. We start going up a slightly higher gradient, and we will knock our speed back down to idle, because we're just crested the limit and starting to go over a little bit. Surprisingly, there's some water in the Los Angeles River up this end. I'm using a rail driver to drive today, but you could use pretty much anything you want. Just in case you want to see the rail driver. Oops, shouldn't have done that. Let's here and acknowledge that alerter before it kills me. I think we're not too far away from Glendale now, because we left on time. And we're running at pretty much the speed limit. A little over here, a little under here. Yeah. Back, there we go. There goes the barber pole. So let's get the full dynamics on and let's get a brake application going, because I can see we're coming into Glendale. We're coming in pretty quick, but this beastie brakes quite nicely. Actually braking a little too well, because we want to stop at the other end of the platform. I love that there's a level crossing in the middle of the platform there. It's for, just to help the passengers understand that there is a train coming, in case you can't hear the big throbber. That's the doors closing on the one next to me. Bring it to a stop here. Fell off and doors open. Well, there you go. That's pretty much how you drive the F125. Might have sped a couple of times there along the way, but yeah, that's okay. Anyway, she's pretty much works quite nicely. If you're bringing her down from Lancaster, you will need the dynamic brake, but of course you'll be driving from the cab car then, which we'll do in another video. So that's all I've got to show you with the F125, just a nice simple quick introduction. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comments down below and I'll be more than happy to help you out. Alrighty, see you later. Bye now.